Adidas is known across the world as the football brand, and that has not changed. If anything, with the recent products, it's only reinforced this status. Adidas has been growing, adding Juventus to its list of elite clubs and various other but well-established clubs across the world like Chivas of Mexico. It's been revealed by the Italian press that the historic relationship between the Three Stripes and AC Milan will be no more. Adidas looks to remove itself from the club's new Chinese ownership, just as Audi did last March after the takeover was complete. The contract AC Milan signed with the German sports brand was to last until 2023, but Adidas had a clause included in that it would allow them to break the agreement early. The contract is confirmed to be terminated this coming December or January. This will leave the club to discuss potential options for the upcoming season. The only kit providers that would be interesting to the club would most likely be American brands Nike, Under Armour, or New Balance, but German brand Puma could also be of interest, especially as they are the kit supplier of the Italian Federation. With the club demanding a high annual price tag of $19 million, it's anyone's guess who will end up with the 7-time Champions League winners and one of the most storied clubs in football history. Juventus is one of the biggest clubs in the world of football, and about a year ago introduced the world to their new club logo and branding. The club decided they would market their image of Juventus as not just a club but as a lifestyle, and that they are not a club of the city of Torino but a club from it, as to show their global outreach and popularity. To further illustrate this point, they have now agreed to a documentary series with the media streaming giant Netflix. This is the first of its kind, what is called a Docuseries of a football club, and it has been welcomed openly, with Juventus official Palomba stating, "It's a source of great pride that Juventus is the first football club to be the subject of a Netflix original docuseries. Collaborations of this kind confirm our passion and innovation for being, in every sense, a sport entertainment brand. In this way, we were determined to reach the Bianconeri fans across the world and millions of Netflix users, who thanks to this docuseries can now get to know Juventus from every angle." As well, Eric Barmack, Vice President of International Original Series at Netflix, commented, "Netflix is the home of passionate storytelling, and there are no more passionate fans than those of the Bianconeri. We are excited to have unique, exclusive access to one of the most important squads in the world." Over the past few years, both Barcelona and Real Madrid have made decisions to improve the revenue stream by looking at outside companies willing to invest in the club's business models, with Real Madrid acquiring Fly Emirates and Audi in long-term partnerships. Barcelona had a long-term deal set with Qatar Airways, but as the club looked to separate itself from the less than respectable Qatar World Cup news, they have abandoned the contract in favor of Japanese company Rakuten. This has greatly improved the club's image, and now the club will look to further improve it by opening the stadium to naming rights, much like Real Madrid have been looking into. The Blaugrana will be aiming to make a minimum of €200 million to help fund the €500 million stadium renovation, as the stadium will be expanding 15,000 seats to 105,000. The project is set to begin in 2019. Like two brothers fighting over the last piece of pizza at dinner, Real Madrid and Barcelona have gone at it many times over the top transfers in football. The player in the middle of this latest battle is Uruguay midfielder Rodrigo Betancourt, though he has just joined Juventus this summer for the fee of $10.5 million from Boca Juniors. It seems for the past few years the Bianconeri has also been involved in these battles, with Bosnian midfielder Pjanic wanted by the two Spanish clubs last summer, but ultimately chose the Italian champions. Betancourt is just 20 years old, but has impressed enough to earn his first Uruguay senior call-up in the final matches of the South American qualifiers for the World Cup. This, as well as his performance against Barcelona in the Champions League, has alerted the El Clásico rivals to investigate the versatile midfielder further, and maybe even make a bid.